2 weeks into the season, we've already got our first upset. We'll see how that changes league standings. But it's early in the season, and anything can happen. Hey everyone, welcome to Chalk Talk. I'm your host, Colton Thomas. Week 2 was supposed to be a blowout weekend. Everyone on the prediction table picked the same teams to win. No surprise. But we did have a surprise, one upset. And it really messed with us all. So let's review the games and see who it was. Our first game, we had Outcasts versus Space Force. Space Force won this 28-0. Space Force had 166 yards total, and the Outcast had 146. Yards were about the same, but Space Force had better field positions. Game number 2, Knights versus Spartans. This would be the Knights' first game of the season, but they put up a goose egg. Spartans won this one 27-0. Spartans had 192 yards total. For the Knights' first game, they put up 106 yards total. Game number 3, Wolves versus Braves. Everyone predicted the Braves this one, and the Braves won this one 35-6. Wolves had a total of 9 yards total offense. Braves defense came out to play this game. Braves also put up 141 yards offensively. Final game of the day, we had the Outlaws versus Reapers. Everyone on the prediction table had the Outlaws winning this one in a blowout, but this was our upset game. The Reapers came out and played and got the victory 20-14. Despite the loss, the Outlaws put up 152 yards rushing and 40 yards passing with 192 yards total offense. Reapers put up 100 yards passing and 65 yards rushing, 165 yards total. Not a bad game for the Reapers. With all the games now reviewed, let's take a look at the UTFL standings. Here is how the standings look after week 2. Space Force still on top, Spartans second, Braves third, Fallouts fourth after the bye. No movement in the top 4, but in 5th, we have Reapers after the victory over the Outlaws with 1-1. Knights are 6th with 0-1. Outlaws are 7th. Outcasts are 8th. And the Wolves dropped down to 9th. Not a whole lot of movement in the top 4. Bottom 5, there's a little bit of shift. And, well, it's early. We'll see what happens. Now let's move on to our prediction scorecards. Let's see how our prediction table did. Everyone went 3-1 this week, so no surprise there. That Outlaws Reaper game gave us one loss for all of us. Chalk Talk Smith and Jadden are all 7-1, with Roger Hodell at 6-2. Week 3 is upon us, so let's check out who's playing who and go into some details this time. Our Week 3 matchups, we have Outlaws and Spartans at 9 a.m., Knights and Wolves at 10:30, Outcast and Fallout at 12 noon, and the Braves and Space Force at 1:30 in the afternoon. That'll be our game of the week. Let's get into some more details of these games. Our first game, we got the Outlaws versus Spartans. Spartans have the check mark with the passing defense being stronger than the Outlaws' passing offense. They got the check mark on the passing offense, which is stronger than the Outlaws' passing defense. And the Spartans have a check mark for their rushing offense, which is better than the Outlaws' rushing defense. Moving on to our second game, we have the Knights Wolves. The Wolves get the check mark for their passing defense against the Knights' passing offense, which is 8th. But from there on out, Knights get the rest of the check marks with their rushing offense being stronger than the rushing defense of the Wolves. Their passing defense and their rushing defense is all stronger than the Wolves. So we look to see the Knights win this one. Our third game we're going to take a look here is the Outcasts versus Fallouts. Fallouts getting 3 check marks with passing defense, passing offense, and rushing offense. Both teams tie on 5th with their rushing offense for the Outcasts and the rushing defense of the Fallouts. So it looks like the Outcasts may want to run the ball here if they want to score some points. And our fourth and final game we'll delve into is the Braves versus Space Force. A lot of blue on this screen, meaning they are tied. Braves getting the only check mark on the screen, which means their rushing offense is better than the Space Force rushing defense. So the advantage goes to Braves to win this game. After looking into these games in greater depth, let's see what a prediction table has to say. Our first game we're going to take a look at is the Outlaw Spartans game. Chalk Talk has the Spartans winning this one 21-12. Roger Hoodell has the Spartans as well winning this one 14-6. And John Jadden has the Outlaws winning this one 20-18. Mr. B. Smith was absent, never gave me predictions, so he's going to forfeit this week. Next up, we got the Knights-Wolves games. Chalk Talk has the Wolves winning this one 13-8. Roger Hoodell has the Knights winning this one 12-6. John Jadden has the Wolves winning this one in a close battle 6-0. Again, B. Smith absent, no points. Third game we're going to look into is the Outcasts versus Fallouts. Chalk Talk has Fallouts winning this one 28-6. Roger Hoodell has the Fallouts winning this one as well 38-0. And John Jadden has the Fallouts winning 38-0. B. Smith absent. Our game of the week, Braves versus Space Force. Chalk Talk giving the Braves the win 21-16. Roger Hoodell giving Space Force the win 20-12. And John Jadden giving Space Force the victory by 3, 16-13. B. Smith, where are you at? Forfeiting this week? That's all I got for this week. If you haven't yet already gone over to the Utah Tackle Football League's Facebook page and voted in the Hall of Legends, you should. Go give me a vote. I can use all the votes I can get. Thanks. Anyways, nothing much more left in that. Maybe a Unicorns 2020? Possibly. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Give me a comment, give me a like, do all that fun jazz. Until next time, I'm your host, Colton Thomas.